Welcome to the very first episode of Real Movers. I couldn't think of a better person to interview today for Real Movers than an old friend when I first arrived in Cambodia, who was so kind and helpful for me to help start my business and has been so helpful as well over the last 16 years that I've been here. And I want to thank you for that, Rith.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Galliano, to bring
nice
me
to
up
meet you.
here. Yeah.
I want to go back a little bit because Rith is the group CEO of Forte Insurance. Forte Insurance is the most successful insurance company in Cambodia by far. It has a 45% market share. Out of 18 players in the market, 45% market share, which means the next 17 have 55. Which gives you an idea of just how big Forte Insurance is and how successful they've been over the years. But people don't realize your roots go back in insurance, I mean, way back when insurance was just starting in Cambodia. And if I remember correctly, you once told me you underwrote the first insurance policy in Cambodia. So how far back does this go? And how did you get into this business that didn't exist at the time and you decided, I'm going to make a career of a business that doesn't exist?
I still remember that I issued the policy on Monday, 13 June 1994.
Was there any insurance law at the time?
No insurance law. No insurance law, but they have one prakash from Ministry of Economic and Finance during the period called Ministry of Finance that all the cargo imported over in Cambodia, they have to tax on CIF.
What made you get into an industry that didn't exist?
I graduated in 1991, in July 1991. And at the time, I posted in Ministry of Finance. And then in Ministry of Finance, I was put in one place where they are looking to a job for me. Because Ministry of Finance have received a graduate university every year from Ministry of Planning. And some people, they have a post, some people not. I, in the group of do not have clear post for me to sit. I sit over there. And then in 1994, when they established the state-owned company, therefore I moved to the state-owned company called Caminco. And then I start to read about insurance.
Forte Insurance is now celebrating 25 years in the business as one of the first insurance companies. I remember when I came here in 2009, there were only 5. So now there's 18. So it really shows how Forte has one of the first starters. How has Forte been so successful over these 25 years to keep 45% market share?
I think 25 years that why we successful, I think one thing that our focus is human resource development. I think this is the key of successful of Forte. When we start, because the insurance very new in Cambodia, a lot of people don't understand the insurance. Even our staff do not understand about insurance. We need to provide them a training that make us human capacity building is make us successful until now. We build confidence to staff, confident to client, and confident to stakeholder. Mean that the reinsurer, the business partner in overseas. That's how we are successful. And we establish our angle very strong because our footage is really strong. I can say that we have a staff that working with Forte over 25 years because previous me join also Forte have been easy. They got a license, but they don't register.
Right.
Yeah. Therefore, our human capacity building take very long up to now.
Cambodia is a very transitory market with zero unemployment. Effectively, people move a lot. How do you keep your employees and what value do they get out of your training?
I think we are looking into professional training that we link with the insurance institute in the region like Malaysia Insurance Institute, Singapore Insurance Institute, and then after that we continue move to the international one, like NZIP from Australia or the charter from UK, that we provide a training. I think this is the hard skill training on insurance business. After that, we provide a soft skill training as well.
There are currently 18 general insurers in the market. As we mentioned before, 75% of the market share is with 5 players. So the rest of the 13 having 24%. I've seen even some of those players having less than 1% market share, which makes it hard for me to believe their survival in the long term is feasible. Do you see any possibility of mergers and acquisition activity in the market, especially for that lower tier?
I think this is the trend of developing a financial market. At the start, every people feel that this is good opportunity to invest in financial market, like a financial industry like insurance or bank. But I think when it start to operate, it's not really easy to operate. Therefore, some that cannot get a market share, and if you don't have a market share, probably the capital investment will be deteriorated from year to year because you make loss. And then this is where the M&A is coming. I think this is the normal trend, M&A coming. I foresee that within 2 to 3 years, there will be some M&A coming. One is a merger among a player in the market, or another another insurance company from region or from the global can come to Cambodia to look into opportunity in Cambodia, because they have experience, they have a deep pocket, they have a capital, they have a human capital that's very important, and then they can bring and then they can grow the market together.
I'm going to pull up a quote that I saw that you made that said, Cambodia is one of the most underinsured markets in the region.
Yeah.
With, I guess, a penetration rate of about 1% and per capita about $28, which is really low comparative to the rest of the region. What are the challenges in the insurance industry to have people buy basic insurance for their property, which is kind of normal in the Western world, to cover your house, to cover your car, to cover your health? What are the challenges in Cambodia for converting people to understand the value of insurance and the importance and criticality of it?
I think the challenge of insurance, one is the insurance business over in Cambodia is still in use, very new. If you look at 2013 up to now is 21 years. The history after the war, that very new. We look at the country in even Laos, they are start earlier than us. They have like 30-year history. Vietnam, they already have insurance. Thailand is, I think, I look at the history of insurance in Thailand, 1 century already. Europe, 4 century. But Cambodia just the youngest one in the market. Therefore, the understanding about the benefit of insurance for their life, daily life or their business is limited. I think still limited. Therefore, right now we put a lot of effort to educate the people. Whereas we look educate the university people or community to understand about insurance. And another one is a legal framework as well. I can say that we do not have complete legal framework to push more to grow in insurance. In the globe, insurance penetration is about 7% of the GDP of the globe. I think the record that I have in mind about 7 trillion, and the GDP of the globe is about 100 trillion. We are back in 2019. We have a lot of things to do to grow the market.
What makes Cambodia an attractive investment destination?
I think make Cambodia attractive for investment is the legal framework. One is if we have very strong legal framework, therefore the investor, they are able to calculate the risk and award. I think this is very important to investor. And another one, I think the human resource capacity. We need to build our own human resource capacity. That, they establish the factory in Cambodia. If they hire the technical skilled staff from overseas, they need to pay lodging, they need to pay labor, work permit, they need to pay many things. Therefore, make our product is more the high price. Another one is, I think, the energy level. If you want to look into this one, the energy level, that another area that government should look into this, because our energy cost for investors still high. And the fourth one, I think that look into the logistic. It's energy and logistic is linking. I think our logistic still in the highest one and still fragmented. It's not integrated. I think these are areas that we should. I feel that the four components that make Cambodia more attractive to others.
Rith, I want to thank you again for being our first guest on Real Movers. I couldn't think of anybody better to have an interview with than somebody I've known that's been a real impactful leader, has given inspiration to Cambodians, starting from a very humble career to where you've now group CEO of the largest insurer in Cambodia. So that's been a phenomenal story. And you are a real mover. And I want to thank you for being my first guest.
Thank you, Anthony. I think you are our first friend that, when he's come to Cambodia, we always get together, we exchange our idea how to grow the business. I think where now Anthony also, he grow very fast as well. I think he's very brave to exit from very stable income and come to his own venture. And now you are. And thank you, Anthony, to have me in your first episode.
Thank you. This has been Real Movers. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.